Well, 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 well. Look who the cat dragged in. Hello back. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I decided to... well. I decided to give The Last Door a try. Or a chance. Try. Aww. Hi, Selt, you chocolate muffin. I'm kind of missing you in my XCOM videos, by the way. I'm always like, oh, Selt doesn't comment anymore, he hates me. But then you're here all Sunday, so I guess you don't hate me so much. I guess you're just busy. I may allow this. The Last Door, yeah. Schindler's Lust. What do I want to say? I have no idea how the first game ended. Hi, Beautiful Mind. How are you doing? Glad to have you here. I totally forgot how the first game ended. I streamed it like 4 years ago or something. I don't know. I don't care. And yeah, maybe there's a little recapture in the game episodes. What do we have here? The Playwright. My dearest visitor. I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, he's torn. Oh, previously in The Last Door. Skip. We don't need to know that. Nah, that's fine. I was just wondering if you were busy or so. Yeah, previously. It should be spoopy. I did play the first game. Yeah. Jeremiah DeWitt, altered by the suicide and mysterious death of his friend Anthony Bitchworth, went in search of the memories of his past that he had lost. DeWitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Bird. During his search, he was inoculated with a drug they had used back then. The servo made DeWitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate Alexandre Dupre, who urged DeWitt to join his cause and cross with him to the realm of the Bird. When DeWitt woke from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupre's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. This new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Finally, DeWitt found the vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the Last Door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. DeWitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague Professor Dr. Kaufmann, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Bitchworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufmann found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupre of what could happen if the door was opened. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. Oh, that would suck. They are coming. Bitch slap. Bam! Bam! Where's my money, bitch? Bam! None of us could prepare for this. Okay. So I guess we have to board. The visions screaming were merely a warning. Merely a warning. And now it's too late. Am I going to play something loot on Valentine's? No. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to upload something on Valentine's. Well, I will upload something on Valentine's Day, XCOM, but I won't stream. And B, it will most likely ban my everything. They are coming. The kitchen game. Yeah. It's a dating simulator. A furry dating simulator. The best of all worlds. They're not developed by a lot of people. I like the music so far. It's a bit loud, or? It's at 5 where I usually play my games. The last door. I imagine every homophone. Last night I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. Okay. Let's walk around. The sad thing is I still can't do a walk circle like that with my stuff, but oh well. So how do I... Ah, it was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life, except me walking. Let's pee against the... Psh, oh, that feels good. I walked aimlessly as if I were lost. Oh, we can actually go to the right. Oh. Then I could hear it, the broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching limping footsteps. Can't move. Oh, hi. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. Give me back what he took. No, I've fallen asleep again. What time is it? Dawn already. It is time. Ooh, horsey. It was several months since Kaufmann and I had found that mysterious letter in Anthony Bitchworth's house. A letter never sent, with a cryptic warning of what would happen if... I think the spoopy still comes. I will warn you if it comes. A certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the address, Alexandre Dupre. It was he. We felt sure Dupre was key to finding my patient and friend, Jeremiah DeWitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances, troubled by the death of his friend Anthony. DeWitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufmann soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost direction. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexandre had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis and, if proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. London. Yeah, that's how London looks. Like a buffed out burrito. 1 second. Okay. East Hill. The Playwright, Season 2, Episode 1. Okay. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexander Dupre here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the latest news in town. Let's talk with this guy. Sea monster found in St. Ives. What? I would like to purchase a newspaper. Yes, sir, it's 6 pence. I'm afraid I don't have 6 pence. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry I can't, sir, but you know where to find me when you have the coins. What can I tell you about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside, and I hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. That's what an asylum kinda does. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper... ... Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. I guess I have to... Maybe I just buy a Coke, and then I have enough... enough money. Do we have to pay this guy? There's a second one. Hi, Sin. It's like Final Fantasy. The fantasy is not really final. East Hill Lunatic Asylum. There's some person sitting there. A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfect symmetric design in black ink. Ah, is it Rorschach test? Please do not touch those sheets, sir. They do not belong to you. Do they belong to you? I like how he has like... That's also true. That's also true. I heard that story. I like it that he has like 6 pixels for his face and he has a beard. And yeah, it's not bad. Good morning. Ah, yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light, it makes everything look different. You see, light touches things, soaks into them and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer or makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor of East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They are just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art. For that matter, they mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing there? I'm not just drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings, and they study them, and they laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday, everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror, where they think themselves safe, and they look at me, they observe me, they even take notes. You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They're the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they have returned the art they stole from me. Do you name a man? My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupre? The name does not ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Where are the drawings now? Would you have no. I suspect they are somewhere in the archive, since I've seen the confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Wiswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You are a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. I must go. Have a nice day. Wonderful. Key acquired. The large door is made of strong metal. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. That's not the key for that. Okay. Well, it's the key for the archive, but you never know. Maybe they have one key for everything. Oh, hi, lady. I almost didn't see you in the background. Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when I have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe, and our patients too. Of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupre. Did you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupre. Yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It's hard to keep track. Have you worked here for long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, in the isolation. The rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore, but we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute's archives? There should be some information there about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupre. I am sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It's a long time since they have been organized. I will. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. We are playing The Last Door too. A bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but serial novels of patients to read. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. A severe-looking man. This must be the recreational wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here can find someone who met Alexander Dupre while he was institutionalized. Oh, I can't complain. A little bit tired, but what's new? I'm always tired. There's no storm so far here in my part of Germany. I guess that will come tomorrow morning. Maybe I don't even have to go to work. A marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health. Ah! Okay, the man looks with his big 6 pixels as a face. They can, if they want to. I really enjoy doing it. I've been recording yesterday and today again, and I really have to put myself away from it. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. A warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Stuff like this is something I just can't do properly. Like, there are 4 different colors here, just like this. It adds a lot of depth, I guess. But doing this on my own is like, I guess I really have to learn a little bit more. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumbling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Have you been living here for long? Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here for long? The rumbling. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupre. Okay. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupre's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? If I even allowed to talk to her, though. Good morning, I'm a psychodoc, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupre. I'm sorry, sir, I have never heard that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues would know something about this former patient? Well, you could ask Miss Wistful in the entrance hall. She has been here for years. Maybe for too long. You know, we caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from lunatics. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present, because we are just not crazy people, you know. But there are even fewer of us caretakers now. Caretakers. We are only 3 for the whole hospital. What I've been told in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed. A complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the ground support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Well, thank you in any case. I will leave you to work in peace. I will leave you to rest in peace. I'm not a big fan of when I enter a door from the left and I enter the screen from the left. That just doesn't make sense. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Gonna take it. Okay. A glass jar full of transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There's a coin resting at the bottom. I'll take it. Okay. Looks like a therapy log. Ugh. Oh god, the light burns my eyes. Edward Wone, 27, acute dementia, September. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Wone's condition has degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week he had been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. It burns us! Dr. Vidal has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Wone. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. Mr. Wone is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit once unknown to my colleagues and me. That's always good. Cthulhu vertagen, Relef Neoras, Cthulhu vertagen, Cthulhu vertagen. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There's a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of... Why is everybody messaging me now? Shut up, everyone. Unbearable horror on his face. Yeah, I always have this expression when I'm listening to Nickelback. Nickelback! Make it stop! Block of pixels wiggling. Piece of metal coin. Let's talk with her again. Let's make her angry. Miss Conhee is very upset. Please do not distress her further. Mr. Dupre! Then she just goes berserk to everyone. Excuse me, sir. I couldn't help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Hi, Avatar Blade. How are you doing? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir? Leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Okay. Who this? This is the last door. It's awesome. I guess. I like the first one quite a lot. I'm sorry, sir, the archives are off limits. How about I just beat her to death with this piece of metal? But if we got a coin, we can buy this thing now. Yeah, it's the second to last door. I would like a newspaper. 6 pence, is it? Here. Thank you, sir. About the asylum. Alright, you know, there are always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damn souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent. I tell you, not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all of the windows black, no lights, everybody asleep in that place. No, that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not a man or a woman, but of a devil from hell. That is very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Okay, goodbye boy, goodbye sir. Can I take a look in the newspaper? Nope. Apparently I can't... Oh, yes I can. Today's Illustrated London News. The first headline is about a grim case. Scotland Yard keeps silence about the ambassador of Turkey, found dead last Saturday under mysterious circumstances. He was put between bread with lettuce and mustard. It was very tasty. Our sources suspect he may have been murdered. He shot himself 3 times in the neck. The second, sea monster found in St. Ives. The remains of a serpent from the deep were found on the beach early yesterday morning. It is suspected they come from a seaside museum in Spain, destroyed a month ago by the sea waves during a terrifying storm. There's another drawing advertising a operetta called Love Brushstrokes. Okay. So, I have absolutely no idea what to do. Let's talk with her. Maybe she tells me about the screams or so. Our work here takes a great deal of discipline, Dr. Wakefield, as I'm sure you appreciate. It is rewarding in itself, but, oh, I do wish I had something to occupy my mind more, to help me pass the time. How that would ease my burden. I shall not bother you then. Maybe the newspaper? Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. Okay, now she's reading the newspaper. We can just enter the door behind her, because she's reading the newspaper. When I read the newspaper, I forget everything I want me to. This is the hospital archive, where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupree was really committed at East Hill, his file should be here somewhere. Is this a monitor? It's been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens, and a noticeable layer of dust. Okay. The doors are all locked. Okay. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients, ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. That's also true. That's also true, because there's so many words and not enough pictures. His file is right here. Dupree Alexandra, room 108A. All the files are missing. It is as if they had been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it, Paul Street 26. Could that be where Alexander Dupree lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street. I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. 4 pixels opened up. Let's see, all the dates of this cabinet prior to 1870. I'm looking for a more recent file. A metal locker, a small sign seized objects. Some personal effects probably sent in by the patient's families but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of 6 sheets of paper, carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Let's take the troubled mind drawings. Only covers pictures and their frames. Okay. Well, time to get the Rorschach tests. What's this? The portrait of restrained patients surrounded by caretakers and a doctor. Yeah, that's also something I have just hanging on the floor of Hannibal Lecter. It calms my mind, you know. There's a single pixel here that doesn't make sense. It's not attached to anything. You don't do that. You don't have just single pixels floating around, not attached to anything. Oh, 0 out of 10 game. Here, these are drawings. Great wonder, they are back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want, take these cardboard sheets. Thanks to you, I have no more need of them. You are a single pixel. Your mom is a single pixel. So maybe we show the old lady the cards and mention Dupree 20 billion times? Or we just go to the new street? Let's check out the lady. Check out the lady first. Awesome. Here, do you want some cards? No? Okay. Here, some cards? No. I don't want to talk to you. Okay. So, Paul Street. Oh, that looks cozy. Look at all these colors here. Gosh. I would go insane trying to draw something like this. This door's number 24. I'm looking for number 26. Okay. Number 26. This is the place I was looking for. But the door is bricked up. I must find another way to get in. Paul Street. I didn't see at this corner. The windows are so thoroughly sentimental over this, almost mixed with the facade. Okay. Maybe around the corner. The ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. The funny thing is, this could all have been happened in the first game. I have absolutely no recollection about the first game anymore. As if it's like gone. I know a little bit. I know the graphics. That's all. A mess of wooden planks and the remains of benches and chairs. There's someone on their knees. Oh, really? That's a person. Okay. Praying. Their face is covered by a hood. Yo, the hood. Okay. Bird doesn't want to be here anymore. An improvised altar covered in candles. The wooden cross remains almost intact. Ooh. There's a hole in the wall. It's too dark to see what's on the other side. Well, let's just go in there. Take a candle. Lady, I'm stealing one of your candles. With this candle I can light my way through the dark. Oh, that's cute. Looks like the hole leads to the building next door. Well. Ooh. Snazzy. This must be interior of the brick-up building I saw in the street, Mr. Dupree's former residence. I cannot tell who is depicted in the portrait since it's so badly damaged. It seems someone crushed into the floor. A military medal. There's a relief of Her Majesty the Queen. Of her. Oh... Of Her Majesty. I was like, who is Her Majesty? What? That's terrible pieces of metal, engraved with the names of battles unknown to me. Let's take it. I'll take this with me. Maybe it will mean something to one of Alexandra's fellow patients in the hospital. Okay, who could this be? There's a piece of paper on the table. The paper shows some seemingly random letters. It seems that half of it is missing. Chili. Oh, it's a chili recipe. Awesome. I like chili. One man in high-rank uniform is missing an arm. There's something among the ashes. It's a piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there's only one half here. The paper has been carefully burned. This is strange. I've put both halves back together, but some letters seem to be missing from the right half. This message doesn't make any kind of sense. Maybe I need to burn it. The heat from the candles revealed a set of letters painted with invisible ink. Oh! The whole message is readable now. It seems to be Latin. I think it reads, I've seen a dead eyelid move. Okay. Vidi si livitum chili. How can you have V and M next to each other in a word? Holy shit. Few books remain in the shelf, mostly doubtful treatises in chemistry and alchemy. Among the titles is Trithemius de Lapide Philosopher, Gerbers de Inventione, Veriatis, V and U in Latin. Look at this nerd! Everyone point at his beautiful mind and call him a nerd. Nerd! Latin nerd! I mean, thank you. I really appreciate it that you helped me in here. Veritatis, the anonymous work. Turba Philosophorum and Ludwig's Point Mysteries of the Worm. Okay. A large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working fine. I should give it a try. Ooh. There's something moving to the right here. I don't know if they fucked up the pixels, but look at this. No, nothing. One pixel down, one pixel up. Pretty sure it's a mistake or so. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Unless the message somehow... V-I-I-I-V-V. That's Roman numbers. 6145. Okay, let's try this out. 6, 4. What was it? 5, 1. I fucked up, I think. I can't remember 4 numbers. 6, 1, 4, 5. 6, 1, 4, 5. 6, 1, 4. I guess left again. 5. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! No, it's empty. Oh. Wait, this is not a safe, but an entrance to a passage. It's completely dark. The only way to know where it leads is by crawling in. Well, I don't have to do it. Mathematic formulae written fast and carelessly. Some of these symbols I've never seen before. A list of numbers. It looks like some kind of calendar or timetable. 4 chairs forming a circle, as if the hideout served as some sort of meeting place. Oh! Hi! How about we save? I can't save, okay. A strange machine built out of wood, steel and glass. I wonder what its function could be. Oh god, it's the God Emperor! On his golden throne! Oh god! We can't repair it. There's someone sitting here, wearing a hobble mask and a yellow robe. He is not moving. Hi Tim, how are you doing? Oh my god! It's only a yellow rope, there's no body inside at all. The Emperor! What can be the meaning of this? Shit? Hi! Yeah, I don't know. It's a yellow rope, there's a body inside it at all. I thought he had a club or something. Shut up! Does someone speak Spanish? Can I close this? Maybe if I put the mask on. Is she gone? Okay, she somehow left the room. I don't know how, but the creaking of the machine has stopped. Okay. There's no body inside it at all. Well, ninja skills. I thought she was going to bludgeon me to death or something. That was scary. Then again, I did steal her candle, which was kinda a dick move. Okay, she's gone from here. I guess we show the guy the medal? It's the only thing I can think of. Bye. Or just wear the mask everywhere now. This medal, I had one just like this. Got it after the Battle of Laing's Neck at Majuba Hill in 1881, a decade ago now. For distinguished conduct in the field, it said. What a farce. So you were in the army, as I thought. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Wakefield. Sergeant William Coghill, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. Are you another one of those alienists? Do you doctors not realize that cowardice cannot be cured by your arts? Why are they keeping you here? The doctor said I suffer from a nervous disorder. I believe this is a term for when they themselves, with all the learning, do not know what to say. But I know the true name of my sickness. It is pure cowardice. I am looking for my former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. His name is Alexander Dupre. Yes, I did know a man by that name. We met briefly. He was here when I arrived. What do you know about him? He was a proper lad, educated. He listened closely to the stories of the other inmates, but he kept his own to himself. We talked a lot. He was very close to Miss Conhy too. I think they got here at the same time, but when he left he did so alone. I wonder what has become of him since. Who is Miss Conhy? She's a patient here, the lady with the tempestuous character. You may have encountered her already. She has not been the same since Mr. Dupre left. You know, she always sits to the side, alone and silent. I doubt you could talk to her at all, even if you tried. She sees things, or at least she thinks she does. Hi Doom, how are you doing? What did you talk about, you and Mr. Dupre? We talked about my time in the south of Africa. I don't like to talk about that, but he somehow made me want to. He was persuasive. He was very interested in one specific story, almost obsessive about it. He wanted to know every little detail. Yeah, my problem is I have always problems finding a right game I want to play. It was like 5:40 PM and I decided, how about we play this? I have, as other options, I had some Sherlock Holmes full motion video games, 3 of them. Yeah. So it's always a little bit iffy. Like, I don't know before the stream starts what I actually want to play. Could you tell me that story? I'm trying to find a patient of mine who has gone missing, and this could be my only hope of finding him. I don't like to relive those memories. A missing patient, you say? Alright. Maybe my story will be of some use then. It happened during the Battle of Majuba Hill. I am sure you have heard of it. In March of 81. The attack of the Boer army had taken us by surprise, and our regiment was forced to split up. We quickly found ourselves alone. Just a few men lost on the barren plain. But I don't want to bore you. No, sir, you certainly aren't. Please continue. Flashback. As I said, we were few, and we were sure the enemy was lurking out there, in the cold air of dusk. A thick fog formed quickly, masking everything around us. We could barely see each other. But we could see the inventory screen. No, we can actually move. Then the others started to disappear in the fog, which was getting thicker and thicker. I could still hear the footsteps for a while, then nothing. I called their names aloud, okay? I felt something in there, not far. A murmur or beating. God damn it! All of a sudden, my feet felt something in the mud. A body. They were all... Can you... What the fuck? I can't read that fast! Everyone died. The end. Your gun is crooked. It could be a bayonet, though. Did the mist get out? I was able to read this. What had happened? I never knew for certain. I didn't see anything. Or if I did, my mind refused to bear such memories. What happened to Captain Skid? You never mentioned a Captain Skid, or? Maybe in the text I couldn't read. When he finally regained consciousness, it was like someone else looked at us through his eyes. I guess whatever happened affected him, changed him. I know he came back to London. Mr. Dupree asked me of his whereabouts. Maybe he tried to contact him, to hear the rest of the story. He was quite preoccupied by it. Do you know where I can find Captain Skid? The last I heard from fellow veterans, he had lost himself in the frenzy of alcohol, opium and bad company. Oh, that sounds so good. This downward spiral led him, as many others, to a wretched nadir. A dirty hole deep in St. Giles' rookery, known as the Crimson Nest. Maybe you'll find him there, alive even if you're lucky. Here, this is a picture of a regiment. You can see him here. Another 4 pixels uncovered. Dun 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 dun. So, well, I would say let's go. Oh! This is the slum of St. Giles. The Crimson Nest shouldn't be far. That looks familiar. You know? It's odd that he doesn't say anything about this. Oh, hi. This man. He looks like the man from my nightmares. He is blind in one eye. The empty socket glistens in the lamplight. He seems to want something from me. In my dream, the man had said, "Give me back what he took." Do you want his mask? He looks at the mask for a second, only to stare at me again. Give me back what he took. He had said in my nightmare. Okay. Cards. No. Candle. No. This. He doesn't look like anyone on this picture. I doubt it has ever been his. Give me back what he took, he said in my nightmare. This piece of metal. Do you want my lenses? Nope. Okay. Give me back what he took. Huh. Maybe we can talk with the lady now. For some reason. Look, I have a spooky mask. Ah! She's very upset. Whoa, 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 lady! It is the isolation ward. The face of the playwright! The face of the playwright! Well, that happened. She's in the isolation ward now. She didn't like that one. That poor woman. That poor woman. They must have taken her to the isolation ward. Oh, luckily they left the door open. That's good. Room 1 or 2A. I forgot which room he was. Hi! That looks cozy. Hello, my name is Wakefield. The butterfly is not what it seems. Excuse me, but what butterfly? There's more after the scarab. Do you want this candle? Do you know this thing? How about some cards? Is this the butterfly you talked about? It displays its wonderful colors, fills your eyes with awe, but it's only a show. Behind the veil, its body crawls on the dirty ground, hides in the darkness and transforms another of its lies. I had space there and I wanted to put a cat there. Yeah, it's cute. So what would this be? Its dark body creaks and rustles with its blind movements. Slowly, step by step, it gets closer and closer and closer and closer. And closer and closer and closer and closer. What about this one? It will come, whatever you do, it will cry out loud, looking at you from everywhere at the same time. What about this one? Him. Him? His mask. My mate from the other room used to scream at night. Always told us he could feel something under his bed. A presence. An eyeless gaze. Okay. An old pen in a dress that looks valuable. Ooh, take it. Yoink. Ha! That looks nice here. Why doesn't the other lady have such a nice room? No, don't go out, you idiot. An expensive piece of furniture, there's nothing on it. An impressive painting of a lovely maiden. It is equipped with a fitting, magnificent frame. Okay. Could this be the room of the patient's mate, who was afraid of presence under his bed? Well, There was something behind the mirror. A mirror covered in dusk. I wonder what things it has been seen in this room. Wanking, most likely. There's something written on the wall. One of them came last night. I knew what it actually was because of the sign it carried. The sign of the eye. I killed it and hid it well. If more come, they will not find their friend, nor its eye. Okay. The door is bricked up. Why would they do such a thing? I doubt anyone slept in this place for a long time. The window is sealed too. Almost no light can reach the room. Can we burn it? Piece of metal somewhere? Yeah! Left to left exit. Well, unless, you know, if the room is now 180 degrees turned, so let's say if this is north, then this is south now. That's maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. It hurts. It hurts. Guess you have to fight a tool or something to do more there. The door's closed good with bricks, like they were pretending it never existed. They didn't even try to disguise it. Okay. The playwright! A bunch of bricks, either the construction is recent or yet finished, or they were in a hurry to seal this room. The playwright! It will come after us! The door is shut and locked. There's no way to open it. Let's put the mask under the door, just to piss her off even more. It's fully cemented. There's no way I can clear this path using this as a tool. Okay. Burn the door! So maybe use this piece of metal to open this here? No? I doubt if anyone has slept in here, but I don't care even. Just want to... Oh! It seems one of the tiles is loose. Okay. Ah, it's too heavy. Can't get it off with the bare hands. Piece of metal. There's something there, half buried in a cell under the tile. Oh, get it. Oh! It's a long dead bird, just feathers and bones. And an eye. It is holding something in its beak. A dirty and horribly deformed glass eye. Oh! Give me what he took from me. Okay. Considering he's missing an eye, I guess that's what he's looking for? It's the eye of the beholder. Suddenly a beholder king comes in here and we kill him with a finger of death spell. Hey, beholder king, pull my finger. Ah, the memories, the beautiful memories. So, St. Giles. Yeah, that wasn't a dead bird for a very long time. You shouldn't put this in your eye socket without cleaning it. Oh, okay, have fun. This must be the Crimson Nest. I have heard of such places where people lose their minds to opium shipped from the Orient. I never thought I would set foot in one. Well, if Sherlock Holmes can do this, please wake up, dear. An addict, completely asleep. Please don't do this. A man with a lost gaze, his mouth open. What is the matter, madame? My husband. He's unconscious. Please, dear, wake up. I'm a doctor. Please let me see him. I'm so sorry. He's not breathing and he has no pulse. Your husband passed away hours ago. No, 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 it can't be. Madame? I'm late. This time I couldn't save him. What do you mean, this time? I discovered my husband's addiction to this hellish drug they call opium months ago. At first I thought he was sick, as I saw him grow thinner every day. Then I discovered he was visiting this place. I was very worried. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The addiction was stronger than he was. At times he was away for days. I would come here and find him passed out. The only way I could wake him was to put these smelling salts under his nose. Now it's too late. Here, take the vial. Maybe you will be in time to save another soul from this curse. Oh, cool. Free salt. Hey, wanna smell my salt, lady? The musician is intoxicated with the drugged smoke that fills the air. The repeated arrangement gives the sensation that time flows slowly. A woman looking at the roof with her eyes going wide. She's muttering some ramblings. Sounds like a fun place to be. A short-haired woman is smoking without worry. Did you just assume her gender? Hello, I'm looking for a man who I believe frequents this establishment. A war veteran from the south of Africa called Skid. He's writing on a slate. Can you understand what I'm saying? He has written can't hear, so I suppose I should communicate with him by writing on the slate. Looking for Captain Skid. Don't know. He doesn't know the captain's name then. He was written something else. Object of value. What does he mean by that? Independent. Okay. A man lying on his back, his breathing raspy and layered with phlegm and other liquids. The smoke is eaten away at his lungs. The man is curled up under a blanket, trembling as he was freezing. It could be an effect of the drug. This young couple seems to have come here together to enjoy this despicable vice. Hey baby, wanna hang out in the opium den? Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. Let's go. I thought it was a corpse or something. It's a Chinese lantern. A table with several opium pipes on top. Some of them have been used recently. That's true. Phlegm. Opium pipes. A Chinese screen with floral armament. Oh, hi. It's Captain Skid, no doubt. He's unconscious, but he still breathes. Oh gosh, I wonder what I have to do. What's the matter? Who let you in? Get out! My name is Wakefield. I need to talk to you. Are you Captain Skid? Her Majesty 6th Light Infantry? The title belongs to me no more. Who are you? And what do you want from me? Leave me alone with my misery. A soldier that used to serve under your command told me I might find you here. William Conghill. Yes, I remember him. We served together. I've made many mistakes trying to forget those years of my life. Now I'm afraid those memories will follow me to my grave. I'm looking for information about a man called Alexander Dupre. I used to know Dupre. He was not a man, but a fiend. What do you want with someone like him? There are certain secrets that are better left undisturbed. A patient of mine has disappeared. Alexandra is the only one that may know his whereabouts. If it is true that Dupre was involved in the patient's disappearance, then I'm afraid this matter is out of my reach. Yours too. No, please leave me alone. Have you ever heard the name Jeremiah DeWitt? I must find him. DeWitt? No, I have not. I found your medal. It was in a house on Paul Street, door 26. You were there, right? You think you know what you are doing, but you cannot imagine what you are getting into. I'm asking you for the last time. Leave and forget this matter. I will not leave until I find the answers I'm seeking. Tell me what I want to know. You fool. That's... for the devil's sake. Alright, if you want to ruin your life, you are free to do it. What really happened on Majuba Hill? Sergeant Connell told me the story, but his details were confusing. I will never be able to forget that day. Nobody knew what really happened. Command decided that we must have been ambushed. Now I know better. There was something in that fog. Something that did not like us entering its domain. A sentinel of some sort. That thing is what killed my soldiers. How did you meet Alexander Dupre? I was in the Veterans Hospital recovering from an illness unknown to the physicians. An ailment of the soul. Dupre managed to contact me there. He wanted to know my version of the story, what had happened to me in the Battle of Majuba Hill. Do you know why he was so interested in your story? I do not know how immediately, but with time I realized. The truth about what happened to me was important to his activities, as was I myself. But if you think he tricked me, you could not be more wrong. I wanted to enter the dragon's mouth. I burned with a need to know. Inside that house I saw a machine still operating. What was that? Machine? I do not know what you're talking about. It was just one of many places used as a base for Alexander's activities. The only whose location I was allowed to know. What was Mr. Dupre doing then? You really do not know, do you? Have you ever heard of the playwright? I've never heard of that before. Liar! Bam! Dead end. As I imagined, you know nothing. Dupre is not alone. He is but the peak of a pyramid, a vast group in which powerful people take part. A society acting in secret, ruled by a single sacred law. See that no one knows. I was part of it. Dupre himself recommended me. We gathered every month. What we saw, you cannot imagine. A curtain of normalcy protects the mind from something. An outer something. The fog of the veil protected us. But through the veil we could peek out into the abyss. We could know of the unspeakable shapes that rise beyond. A black nothingness, entirely full of horrors. We could never cross the threshold. What we saw was forbidden. Look at me. Forbidden! I could not bear it anymore, so I ran. I ran and I hid from them. It was too late to run or to forget. Okay. I must go back to Easton and try to talk to Miss Cohn. If what the captain said is true, she must have been one of them. She could know where to find them. Do you want his mask? It seems to be important to solve the mystery surrounding the witch disappeared. Keep it with Hoffman when we meet again. Okay. Okay. I cannot do this anymore. I don't care. I just want us to be together. You know it is too hard. I don't feel free. I know, dear. I know. We will figure it out. How are you home so early? I knew all along. How could you? You know you never loved each other. Silence! You have no honor. And you? What do you have to say? Why? I've given you everything. You wouldn't understand. Enough! You will leave in the morning. I won't see you ever again. I'll wait for you at dawn under the old windmill, so you can try to recover the little wonder you once had. I will be there. Wonderful. Best acting ever. I must have fainted. What is this? Where am I? Where are my belongings? Felt so real, yes! A matchbox. This could be useful. I have to get something to drink real quick. I will be right back. I have returned. Switch to the game. It felt so real. I cannot see outside clearly. Okay. There's a blanket on the bed. Take it. I'm taking a shred of this blanket. Yeah, just rip the blanket apart. Oh yeah, thank you for saving me from the opium den. Here, I fucked your blanket up. Asshole. What am I drinking these days? Coke Zero, like always. I just can't get away from this fucking thing. Ah! Piece of old furniture. The door is shut for good and it has no knob, no keyhole even. Okay. I'm addicted. For now, it's enough. Okay. Can I put it on fire? The flame is faded out. Okay. For some reason, I started to like vanilla Coke Zero. I usually hated vanilla Coke, but for some reason it kind of was like, yeah, that's actually quite good. That's actually quite good. I like drink. I couldn't drink it exclusively, but yeah. I can see also clearly. Yeah, Coke Lemon is also fine, but we only have it in Cola Light Lemon, and yeah, that doesn't really jiggle me. I cannot see outside clearly. Yeah, then clean it up. Did you mean chalk Coke? Why chalk? It doesn't taste like chalk. There are marks on the dust in the floor. It looks like this chair's been moved recently. Ah! Shifting the chair revealed a small hole in the wall. It's too dark to... Okay. I could swear I saw Peter feet in there. Who is there? We have met before. I cannot see you. Who are you? Do you not recognize my voice? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Do you know what this place is? It is a starting point. The first place to look. But who are you? What are you doing there? Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way. Stay out of the light. Then I will disappear and you will be alone in the end. I don't understand. Tell me who you are. Zwilliger! No! The blanket is not ruined. I must take it with me. Ah! The darkness lights the way, okay. That's not what I had in mind, because I wanted to clean the... Okay. David, is that you? David! Bam! Bitch slap! Okay. Ugh. Spoopy! Oh, hi! Tell me, why are you doing this? Is it because you care about your patients? Or out of scientific curiosity? Is it for your pride? Because it is your personal responsibility? Or is it because it is the right thing to do? That's the wall. Why are you doing this? Because I love you. No, David! It is alright. Mein lieber Freund! How are you feeling? Yeah, because we Germans don't know my dear friend. No one knows. Mein lieber Freund! And it is mein lieber Freund. Lieber! He's a man. Lieber! Otherwise it would be meine liebe Freundin. I feel dizzy. What happened? Where are we? At my house. I went to East Hill to meet you and found you inside one of the cells. Unconscious. Your clothes stenching of opium smoke. I had you brought here. You've been out for a day and a half. I think it's coming back to me. I was at one of those opium dens. I might have passed out after breathing that dense smoke. Listen, I have much to tell you. My investigation unearthed a great deal of new information. Alexander was indeed institutionalized in East Hill, but his files were missing. I managed to track down a man who knew him. He told me a story you would not believe, and... There was this woman, a patient at the hospital. She was completely out of her mind. She attacked me. What is happening to these people? Kaufmann. How is this Alexandra related to Mr. DeWitt? I think this patient, Miss Conhey, might know how to find Alexandra. We must go back there and talk to her, whatever it takes. Ach du lieber, das an eine Bubi. Titten! I'm afraid that will not be possible. What do you mean? Frau Conhey is no longer at East Hill. She escaped last night. God almighty. Do not worry, mein Freund. I think I may know where she is hiding. Get ready, we must leave promptly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy with the red text is the good guy. Because all the good guys have deep, red, bloody text. Is she dead? Oh, no, she isn't. They're letting him in. Know that the door has been opened. I go first. They are coming. Okay. Oh. The Playwright was created thanks to the generous support of players who participate in crowdfunding. The adventure continues in episode 2. Statue description by Questor. Episode 2. I don't care who donated stuff. Previously on the last door, Wakefield and Kaufman followed the only clue they had on the Wit's location. The recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexander Dupre, Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupre's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupre was a leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practiced rituals with the goal of peering through the veil, the line that separates the common world from an outer void full of horrors. Why would you want to do that? I don't know, that's like, oh yeah, I was gazing through the keyhole to watch my parents fuck. I don't know. That's a horror I do not need to see. It's not something that I'm like, yeah, that's something I want to see, you know? I don't know. There's a few things in this world I don't need to see. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of the Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufman followed her to her hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. Okay. That's also true. Why do humans do stupid things? I must forget nothing. Who are you? Everything must be said. When the time comes, and I am visited again. The Game Kitchen presents stretching. It's fucking war! Oh, let's keep the intro. The Last Door. So, for a moment the sky was dark. We heard the calls of 1,000 birds, but another sound rose above them, a sound I cannot describe. What? What just happened in here? Where's Miss Connie? We are too late. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she were trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. It is ashes. Chalk, a circle, drawn hastily on the floor. Or she just spilled some vanilla coke. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. I do not know what to make of all this. Yeah, I kinda like the guy in Sacred who summoned this whole demon and kinda ruined the circle a little bit. It kinda sucked for him. I do. Are you alright, Kaufman? It is nothing, my friend. I haven't learned my friend yet. Just a bit of a cold. No, mein Freund. I think we should talk. In the light of events, mein Freund, we have recently witnessed, mein Freund, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It's not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you don't want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jebediah DeWitt. You will have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to DeWitt. So be it, then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of physiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark, a sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. Wizardry 4. This man, Alexander Dupre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. They know how to leave the first room by summoning level 1 priests and casting Milver. Miss Coney's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult, Wertner. My mentor, Professor Adam White. He's not a doctor, it's just a professor. What a nerd. Just a professor. My dearest visitor. Season 2, Episode 2. Wickport. Okay. Seafood. So much reading, so little game. Yeah, that's kind of true. I doubt he's awake this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. This is my idea of Well, it's not a Planescape Torment Let's Play yet, so that's something. Mrs. Oakwood. She is the mansion's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Mrs. Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman? Bless my soul. It's been so long. I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I am quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I'm quite sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He started liking JRPGs. It's horrible. The grinding, that senseless grinding he has to do, and the cutscenes. Oh, so many cutscenes, and it's always the same story. It's horrible. He's so entirely confined to his bed, playing Final Fantasy XIV. Professor White, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look! Do you recognize him? Oh, that's Titus. It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you. Jonathan, it has been a long time since I've seen him so excited. Wait, that's me. I will leave you to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you are back. Is it I, Professor Johann Kaufman? Where is father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes. I'm afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If he could but stimulate his memories. Maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps. We have few other options in this case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Meanwhile, I will try and talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. A large wardrobe engraved wood. Nothing here. A painting of the ocean at the end of the afternoon. There's a figure in black on the beach, but its face is shrouded by a hood. A lamp provides a soft glow that sometimes lacks warmth. It's locked. The sign at the door reads attic. An engraving on paper. The script is from a language unknown to me. Does it say, mein Freund? An oil painting. It's just an obscure medieval scene. That's a big mirror. Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. Well, it has like 6 pixels and the mirror is like, woo! A large porcelain tub. Its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin wing of damp residue around its interior with just recent use. Yeah, it should be Johann and Joanne. That's also true. A common radiator. A gilded pipe. It runs from the floor to the ceiling. Mein Floyd. An old stone tower is depicted in the painting. Thorned vines have slithered across the entrance, forming a swarming blockade that almost seems to come alive and stared at. For too long. It won't open. A portrait of Professor White. His appearance was quite different back then. An imposing, inquisitive figure. It is locked. A sea landscape. A gilded pipe. It was from the room at the end of the corridor to the room upstairs. Okay. A cast iron wood stove. A bread oven. It's only for bread. You are not allowed to bake anything else inside. Where is ingredients? Glass jar filled with spices and pickled food. Pickled food. Like onions. Oh. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? I don't like it that the shaft of the shovel is like misaligned. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't edit for me. Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. White suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It is truly a terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. White knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. This ailment that runs in Professor White's family, do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor White hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he's a child again. With God's mercy, it has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. I must go. I will leave you to your work. Thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. May I have your shovel, please? A thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. How are you? still getting paid if he's like this. This oak tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. P against it. This queen has removed her mask. There's an empty hole where her face should be. Ah, okay. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. Okay. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. Let me guess, I can't get it. Okay. The sage has removed his mask. There's an empty hole where his face should be. The statue portrays a peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. A stiff tree, almost seems like a statue itself. Does it say something here and there? When the four remove the mask of lies, the path of the grave will be cleared. Okay. Sounds interesting. There's a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Do it. Do it. Okay, tower. Whatever that is. Let's put it to tower. Why not? Let's see if the statue is changed. Ah, he changed. He's hiding his face behind the mask. Okay. So this needs to be whatever that other thing was. Quite funny, the first thing you see is something you should not touch. Interesting. Oh, that will be a fun riddle if you have to go back and forth all the time. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather, his head is missing. Poor lion. Okay, I can't leave. The main door is locked from the inside. Fancy. Fancy pantsy. A small sign with basement. Okay. Wait, did I try opening this door? It's locked. Okay. Professor White has an eclectic collection, from old adventure novels to treatises on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the Crown. How to cook proper food. Forbidden by the English Crown. Only fish and chips is allowed! Fish and chips and shortbread. A tin soldier. It looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I have not heard of. Could it hold some special significance to Professor White? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. Oh yeah, blood pudding. Ah, blood pudding. A painting of the cliffs of this region. And haggis. A fire burns fiercely, rendering this air thick and heavy in the room. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must be derived from a fictional work or some prehistoric era. Okay. Oh god. How about I get my notepad up? I have the strange feeling I need this. Sooner or later. I don't know, I'm pretty sure Will can tell us about this. Will, tell us about your strange cuisine. It is locked. I can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. Okay. He's like, fuck you, I'm not telling you anything. A porcelain jar containing the bright branches. Okay, we can go out here now. That's nice. Getting the cold in. It's always good for a house like this. Do you recognize this, Professor White? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. The Book of Travels? Yes, yes, he will work it out. But it must not be too easy, no, but he will find the prize, I am sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Kaufmann? Something concealed, something precious. In his adult state, could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its great importance, at least, would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has held it away somewhere for this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to the waiter's ramblings. Meanwhile, blah blah blah. Okay, I guess I have to find the book, The Traveler, and if you tell me something about, and then I have to click on the globe. Sounds about right. There's a large volume here, quite worn. This is an illustrated edition of The Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the Book of Travels that Professor White mentioned? There's a mark on one of the pages. Okay. We began our journey by crossing an unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. Okay, How about I just make a screenshot out of this? I think it's easier. Look. We arrived at the massive side of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in the hope of reaching our home soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war of the great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. God damn it. Oh, back to the sea we marched forth and soon reached home. Okay. Ah, we can actually look at this. That's nice. So we began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At least we arrived at the merciful side of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed declared war on the great Khan. So we were forced to traverse the way we had come. Well, we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short, as our sails burdened with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape. Yeah. Our backs to the sea we marched forth and soon reached home. Or not! Oh, fuck. I hate riddles like that. Can you imagine Ela going through an unforgiving desert? Dude, I can barely leave my place when it's summer without dying a horrible death. So, yeah. Always facing the setting sun. Yeah, okay, so they went west. Always facing the setting sun. Follow the coast north in the hope of reaching our home. It was not to be. The king has returned, we forced to return as we had come. Maybe like this. Oh, in the eastern. Ah, no, I know what I did wrong. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I mixed up east and west. I guess here the something? No? Okay, maybe I don't have to go like cluck, 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 cluck. Ah! I didn't have to go back to the desert. That makes sense. It seems to have triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment is opened in the globe. Brute force the riddle. There's a sealed letter inside. It is simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Kaufman needs to see this before it is opened. I like this one riddle where I was just like, ah, then it opened. Oh, that was fun. And then the developer came in here. Kaufman, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what is inside. Mein Freund! Exactly, this is another part of an intricate riddle. But to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and warning mind? I'm increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he hid. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. A riddle? And who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, mein Freund! There's only one way to answer that question. If you can find the asker of Professor's riddle, perhaps he will be able to solve this mystery. But the only reflection that we have is in this here. Reflect on yourself, said the riddle, and the cold eyes of logic sees not. Could there be something there, here, hidden somehow? Do I see myself in this flare or the reflection is distorted? In the heat of passion. Do I have to... Maybe I have to get this lady in here and fuck her. In the heat of passion, and then I have to look in the mirror. Mrs. Sternwood, I kinda need your help over there. Can you bend over this porcelain tube, please? There may be something we have to do there. Oh, it's just been a long time since somebody explored that tube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are secrets hidden in there. But there she is. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes. He has been long an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days he would host parties every other month. Seemed so wise, he called them. Oh, those were good times. It seems long ago, though. There's a matchbox here too, okay? I might need these matches later on. It's still closed. An old teapot. It is filled with cold water. Maybe we need to heat it. If we want to heat the teapot on the stove, we need to start a fire first. The stove already has plenty of wood. Gosh, you may keep the teapot on there, you know. The water will cool soon. Yeah, I now have to hurry. Pulse pounding tea cooking. So scary. Oh no, wrong door. No. Ah. Reflecting yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master. Meet his imposing gaze and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. My master. The master of disaster. Is he talking about his picture? Look upon your master, meet not only his imposing gaze, but seek to understand what lies beneath. As I suspected, there's a small key taped to the back of the picture for him, and a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the roof of life and time itself. Pretty sure that's the key to the attic. I don't burn the house down. I have a little candle here next to me, a scented one. It smells like berries. It's nice. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork and pieces of strange shapes. Pipes of strange shapes. Some kind of wound mechanism. A bird and a bird. Let's put it like this. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there is a piece of equipment missing. I'm just smart like that. You're not a man anymore. I'm a man! It tastes like wet berries, it's nice. His face hiding behind a mask. Face hidden by a mask. Okay, so the queen is also now hiding her mask. So I guess they all have to hide their lies? That's weird. But okay. Yeah, one thing I don't know why they never made a candle that smells like bacon. That's something I don't get. I wish I could do it and I would earn billions of dollars. And I would give everyone here $5. Then I hope you would be happy. You fucks. Ah. Okay, everyone is hiding his lies now. When before we move the Mask of Lies, the path of the grave will be cleared. Okay, so far we only found stuff that hides there. Hidden, 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 hidden. Okay. There are bacon candles, okay. Let's burn it. Let's burn the tree. So what does this say? The question is the word from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the roof of life and time itself. The answer yearns from it from the very to. There's something hidden near the tree. Oh really? And I need to get up there. Oh, you fucks. Let's open this here. Because they have to show their faces. Oh yeah, I never bought them because they were fucking expensive. One avocado. What are you, a millennial? Gosh, eat your avocado toast, Avatar Blade. Jeez. Go to Starbucks. Fuck. Concealed behind beneath the thick roots. Okay. Another note and a key bound together. Toast? Did you say toast? I'll add this clue to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. Okay. This key is being engraved in the shape of a feather. Oh, I know, I love avocado. What was doing, saying something. I ate a lot of avocado during my keto days. So what's behind this door? How can they still be all alive when this thing was hidden there? Or maybe she knew. Furulla, Furulla. Okay. The base of the bust. Inside is a note. That only by igniting jars of primal horror. Primal horror? Inside the cage there's a crow with a black and Corvus cornix. I guess these are all different kind of birds. If the birds are silent, the phrase tails off. Cardivelos flaviorus authorities. Do I need to find a book about birds first? Yeah, Cell is a punny person. He's pretty good at them. Travels of Marco Polo. Yeah, I'm looking for a book about birds. I find a book about picking up birds. Megahunokos. I just put everyone silent. Fuck it. Let's brute force this. It looks like a small penis. Or like a condom. Of course, it's the last bird that I'm checking. Maybe I need to make them all shut up. That's not it. The Greek philosopher Alexandros, okay. Rolling hills covered in snow. Grey beast with brown wings. Yellow beak. Yeah, put it close in the bust. Shut up, Alexandra. Set the birds on fire. Fuck it. The gnashing jaws of primal horror. I need to get out of there. This chirping makes me angry. Primal horror. Yeah, primal horror sounds fun. I have not doubt. Okay. Snow is falling outside. A careful and boarded close. If the birds fall silent. Maybe I need a bigger clothes or more clothes. Cloths. He's showing. There's something missing. Missing here. Common radiator. So we put the cloth on every bird. That didn't help at all. Where does this... It runs from the ground to the corridor. We need to get to the basement. Primal horror. doing taxes. Is it orange and yellow? Is this the hint? Those 6 pixels there. But I put the cloth on every bird and that didn't do anything. So maybe I need to do 2 things. Ah, automatic detection jaws of primal horror. There's something hidden in Lion's mouth, a lever. I think that's triggered a mechanism inside the manor. There's also a note in here. I'll add this clue to the letter. We at last know truth. Could this be the last part of the riddle? Huh. Hey, you want as few pixels as possible. That's also true. It's also true. So something opened. The question is what? Maybe the basement door? It's set inside the basement. Inside the manor. No, wait. Maybe we need to somehow close, keep the glass shut. Make all of them shut up. And nothing in there opened. Maybe inside the attic? There's not much left. Ah, a secret passage is open at the end of the corridor. That's also something that may happen. This is Professor White's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Yeah. Every time someone follows me, the bird sound plays like 10 minutes. Luckily that won't happen then. Nobody follows me on Twitch. Experiments 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there's a small key inside the folder. In August 1885, results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. September 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I've installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. 12th November 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Something gone. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There's but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. Joy! What is this supposed to be? It seems to be one log that the professor kept during one of his experiments. Almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. A sign of Professor White's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had handled another working place underground. Yeah, the selected place. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a vault through this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. Maybe I can find something. Piles of paper of all kinds, discarded notes, letters, and recipes all mixed up. Some shredded paper, it appears to have been notes. Many folders, they have no distinctive tag on them. These look interesting. A set of framed silhouettes, under each is inscribed plague. Mr. Sturgeon was a well-positioned man. He fell mad in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, so he proposed to her. Okay. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show support for their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. Wow. A compartment is open in the wall. Okay. It must be one of the things that we are looking for. Let's look outside. That means 3 of them should be open now? Yeah, open, open, open. Okay. Too smart. Too smart. Yeah, they're like busts of men and women, and you have to... Well, then again, someone from Tumblr couldn't solve this puzzle. He, her, what could be a he? Maybe the silhouette was not the fancy stuff. That's a he. But that's a she, maybe. Who knows? They can wear whatever they want. How I despise these people. So, basement key. Of course it's dark. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. Should I do the wear fancy stuff? No, not really. I need something to light the way. Okay. I guess he just pulled a candle out of his ass. Oh no, he's doing this with the matches. I'm pretty sure the lady has a candle for you. Oh, there we go. I have 1 out of matches. Sucks to be you, I guess. Let's move on. Well, let's move back. Hello? You died. Public schools in Seattle have been removing masks because it's a product of imperialism and colonialism. So soon people from the US will have trouble counting the number of genders. Yeah, you know, because mathematics never came from the Middle East or something. That's totally okay. I fall through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. It looks like a component of some sort of machine. Maybe I can find out where to use it. Luckily there's a lamp down here that's still working. Now I can get out of here safely. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. Thank goodness, a letter. Ah, Deus Ex Machina. That's the primal horror lamp. It burns forever. Oh, there's also something that we can push. It's a mechanism of some sort. Ah, the door is open. Hello? No. Someone behind me? No. What? No. Okay, no. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor White's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There's a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris? It tells us the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I've made some progress of my own, mein Freund. I think this could help us dilucidate. What the fuck is this word? The next step in our search. Have a look. It's a picture of him in hot pants. Today a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. White, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project. But first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject. How open is he to suggestion? As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there's one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Ooh, name drop. Could this organization be the Playwright? It may be, mein Freund. Oh god, I hate this guy. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room I have been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to the place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. If he could find and use the device that the professor mentioned in his log, I believe he could shed some light on this matter. Oh gee whiz, there is another entrance. And we found something in the garden that may be another entrance. Gosh golly. God, that is a coincidence. I mean, they kind of have to do stuff like that, otherwise the game would be over, but it's still a little bit, yeah. Oh, you broke it, you idiot. They claim Mr. Halpern's statues were broken into many pieces. There's an object among them. It must have been hidden inside. It looks like a compass. It must be broken since it does not point north. Ah. I guess that's the thing that is missing from the machine. And this other part. I think it will work now. Oh, not a compass, okay. Okay. The sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must see Kaufmann at once. Why? Not to state the obvious, but it sounds like someone is still down there, playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there's another entrance to the underground tunnel. And that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything to use in the archive, and Professor White continues to mutter incoherent about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Okay. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. Please do not touch the candle. Listen to my voice. Where are you now? Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. Go north. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall, to the east, there's a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of the forest. Go east. I'm in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. Text adventure in a pixel game here. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. Go south. The passage ends here, an empty cave, a big round hole in the wall. Behind it I can hear the sea. Go back. Fine. Go north. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Walk down the tunnel. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. Go down the ladder. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits for me down there. I have gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Okay. Enough. We went too far, mein Freund. You are right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufmann. I think it would be best if you leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. January the 21st, 1893. Oh God. Oh, I'm so fucking tired. I mean, I was tired before I started this, so no worries. It's funny, I still have to quotation mark force myself every time to stream. It's not that I don't enjoy it, I do, But it's still, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I am weird. Come in. Kaufman, are you alright? Worry not, Wakefield. I'm just feeling a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Nothing serious. And this Chinese hooker that I banged yesterday, I don't know, she kind of was coughing all the time. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? The man shouted at Professor White. Professor White mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good, it was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor White's fears. Maybe we should stream X-Files. Nah, I want this as a Let's Play. I don't want to split this up, that would be silly. If we can find this man, I'm sure we will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay here and recover my strength. You can do the dirty footwork. Town Square. Yeah, let's find a guy named Oscar. That will be easy. Yeah, I know 3 Oscars. The Fisherman's Lodge. You cannot cross the sea. Merely by standing. An old poster of a local traditional sport. Good morning. Let me drink in peace. Are you a ship captain? Why, what's it to you? Does it look like a captain? The purple thing. That's a bag of candy, I guess. Janut would is. She may know. Does it look like a captain? Your hat? Because of the hat you're wearing. Ha! A hat don't make a captain, Tony. You can buy a hat like this in any flea market in England. Your coarse skin. Because of your coarse skin, weathered by years of salt and wind. You met many folk in Wickerport yet? It's common enough around these parts. Your hands. Because of your hands, calloused by years of knotting rope and reeling in line. Any fisherman has hands like these. Because of the 3 earrings you are wearing. You have doubled the 3 capes, is that right? Indeed I have. Good hope, Lewin and Horn. Therefore I hold the right to stand before kings and piss against the wind. If I dies in the sea, these 3 rings will pay my wake. But no, that will not happen now. Do you mean you will not set sail again? I love the sea more than anything. It is my passion, my freedom and my life. But there are many things about him that we do not know. There are, far from the coast in the deep dark, things we are still unprepared to behold. Believe me, those things await deep down. Have you seen any of those things? No, but you may have heard 1 or 2 of the stories the fishermen tell about things seen out there. It is naught but tales for young'uns, mere superstition for men too cowardly to face the dark. Any good seaman knows that in a strong wind a stretched rope can shake and sing. I myself has mistaken such keening for the wail of child, but there was one time it was nothing of the sort. Then the sea howled. It was not thunder, not a strong wave clashing with my ship, no. It was like a voice. It spoke to me in a language I cannot describe. A sound muttered by a living something. A call unlike anything I had heard before. And I understood. What did you understand? I understood there was no more freedom for me. The sea now had other lords. And whoever they were, I did not know they would share it. What happened then? As I navigated back to shore, I lost control of my ship in a great storm. The rocks of the cliff did the rest. I do not know where the remains of my dear Augustine ended up. With the passing of years and tides, I looked for them once for many moons, but all I found was this bar at the bottom of an empty glass. I have never returned to the shore since. May she forgive me. Now leave me be. I will leave you alone. To your thoughts. You have the gratitude of me and my whiskey. All that blethering worked up a white sore thirst. Yeah, I know that feeling. I really know that feeling. Here for compass. This lady is dressed rather elegantly for someone who came to drink in a place like this. And maybe we want to talk to her. Just give me a suspicious look. Okay. The wheel taken from the helm of a ship, perhaps a trinket of the owner's days as a ship helmsman. Good morning. You want a drink? What is with the man in the corner? Fred? You can ignore him. He's a sad, lonely drunk. Do you know a man called Oscar? You mean Father Oscar? You can find him in the church when he's not in here. It's right outside. Ah, there was another. Have you met Professor White? The professor? Sure. So every other day as a young'un, always involved in the village. He was la-di-da all right, but folk respected him. He got stuck in. Didn't last though. Shut himself away. Starts getting visitors from out of town. He stopped coming to the village eventually. Last I heard he'd gone crazy. None of us knows for sure though. Been years since I saw him. I must leave. Godspeed. Okay. Hey! Okay. The window is closed shut. Doesn't want to talk to me apparently. Snow all but covers the window. Waiting has been here to clear it a very long time. It forced it over to see inside. Melted. Ah, there's the church. What the hell? A rotting old boat rests on the shore. The name Providence is written on the side. Hey, rotting old boats. How cozy. Some abandoned wooden planks. Perhaps they are there for repair of local fishing boats. This is the door to the Church of Wickport. It is closed. Father Oscar! Okay. Maybe if I stand here and hide, it will open. It's getting cold. Like a bottom of the place. Boo! Excuse me, are you spying on me? I'm sorry, I did not mean to. You're not from these parts, are you? No, I'm just passing through. Are you alright? Yes. Could you do me a favor? For a long time I've wanted to visit the tomb of my lover, but I cannot leave the house due to my illness. Could you please leave these flowers there? No one in this village will do this service for me. Alright. Alright, where's that place? Oh, you could not know how grateful I am. You are a good, kind person. You can go to the graveyard through that path right there. The name you need to look for is Carter. Okay. Why are you spying on me? Oh, do not put it like that. It sounds so terrible. I just watched fox passing by. I cannot leave the house, so I spend my days at the window. It is awful interesting. You learn a lot about people this way, you know. Really? What can you tell me about myself? I've only observed you for a while, but I can tell you are on an important mission, looking for someone dear. There's a worry over your shoulders, and a long way ahead of you. Well, that was remarkable. I am frankly astonished. Yeah, fetch quests. Let me see, what can you tell me about the barmaid? Eve is a woman with a strong character. Once I saw her kick out a group of drunk sailors from the pub without a doubt. She's in a bad mood lately, because business is not what it used to be. She will not leave the village, though, as did the others. Let me see, what can you tell me about Captain Morville? Poor Fred is always drunk. In the old times when he was not sailing, he had long walks on the beach and looked happy. But nowhere is the occasion when he gives a quick glance at the coast. He has lost all hope. What can you tell me about Father Oscar? He is a man who has lost his purpose. I see him walking aimlessly in the morning and evening, nervous and doubtful. I should go. Thanks for everything and have a good day. Okay. Let's get to the graveyard and put flowers on. I forgot the name already. Something with C. Carlton? Rose Carter. No, that could be him. The bells of the church. It seems the priest is calling mass. Yeah, because I put the graves there, the roses there. Bury my body with the salted driftwood, with the green seaweeds and the walnut ropes, where I can feel the cold autumn breeze. The world belay. Farewell to those of you who walk beside my grave. Here I lie, my name written on the stone under the sun. Mary Jane Bennett. Do not bring flowers to this place, for warmth is all I crave. Now I rest under the same stars I sailed by when alive. The compass points to this grave. How are you digging? There's something buried here. Okay. An engraved stone. It seems to be only half of a larger statuette. There's a sarcophagus here. Yeah, grave robbing with bare hands. A wind-swept old gnarly trees clinging onto the cliff as what woods remain. Someday will fall into the ocean below. Woo! Good morning, I'm Dr. Wakefield. You come from the town, don't you? You need an answer, I know by your accent. Be careful around these cliffs, there's no place for tourists. It's hardly a place for anyone now. The man snorts. You best be on your way back. Strange things have been happening here. What do you mean? Seamen! Seamen and fishermen alike swear to have heard voices in the riding tide. Inhuman screams, some of them say. And there are some who claim to have witnessed ungodly things in the dead of night. I once saw a ghastly thing crawling out there amongst these rocks. Screams, you say? People have heard screams from the sea? Bloody drunks, they say they see holes at them, as if that was something new. That thing, the one you saw on the rocks, can you tell me more about it? Last night it was, me on my boat, fishing. That's when I get the best catch. And then I saw it. Not under the water, as the others say, as it was on a rock. Perched there like semen-scented candles. It was smelling for something. The shape of it, like nothing I ever saw before. Not walking on the earth, nor swimming in the sea. The thing was big and hunched over, like a crouching man. The way it moved, it made my flesh crawl. Whatever it was, the mist itself was its ally, hiding it from my bare eyes, and in the end disappearing away together. I swear I see that horror again. I will take my most vicious harpoon and thrust it so deep in its wretched body that they will have to bury them together. So what are you doing up here? I come here when I can to watch the shore, just in case that thing comes back. The mist down there is just too thick. I can see better from here, even if my eyes are not what they used to be. Damn it! If I could somehow regain my once sharp eyesight again, by God, I would impale that abomination for sure. Good. Totally normal people around here. Hulk Hogan! Show me the power, Hulk Hogan! So, since we now put flowers on this grave, the church is open. I love puzzles like that. Can I tell her? I've left the flowers on your lover's grave as you asked. Thank you so much, I'm in your debt. The window has been boarded up. A confessional. St. Wigport serves a Catholic congregation. Good morning. Good morning, my son. Father, why has nobody come to the Mass? The village has seen bleak times. Many have left and the rest have lost their faith. Every day I ring the bells, but no one answers. May God have mercy on their souls. Why do you suppose that is? I could not say. The father is a zombie. The mist that shrouds this coast and the shapes that swirl within have long been a source of hearsay. But lately the stories people tell are not of pirates and smugglers, but something more sinister. Some say the devil himself has come to our shore. It is a rumor I dare not disregard. Are you personally acquainted with Professor White? Why, yes, of course. Adam is not merely a parishioner, but one of my closest friends. Since our youth we enjoyed many scholarly but sometimes quite fervent discussions. He being an anthropologist and myself being a theologian, that is, until he fell ill. But since he is like that, I have not visited him. I must go, Father. Wait a moment, please. I ask for a small favor. Please give this to Adam. I don't know if it will mean anything to him now, but it will bring peace to my soul if there is some token of our friendship resting by his side. And I can't ask him about the vision that he had, where Oscar was preventing him. A picture of two young men. They could be Professor White and Father Oscar. When did they invent photography, by the way? I'm pretty sure it was in the 19th century. Yeah, photography. Like making photos. The main door is locked from the inside. Of course. Of course it is. Never. It's all a ruse. It's a lie. It's a lie. 1550. Oh, okay. A cage cover is embroidered close. The end of the phrase is written on it. A visitor will call. A coat stand. It's a simple wooden wardrobe. There's nothing of interest in here. There's a closed chest here. 1826. There's a key inside. Okay. 50-50 was lenses. Whoops. So I have to make 2 of these birds shut up. Wonderful. Why are you walking so slow when you're holding the lantern? And where is the lady? Professor White is not here. Well, there's an open book on the floor. The Book of Birds. The birds were traveling to meet their king when they reached a crossroads. The red crow tried to lead them astray and onto the path of mists. Many birds followed him and were lost forever beyond that vale. Only the wisdom of the crested hoopoe and the prudence of the red-feathered robin could lead the remaining 28 black onto the path of righteousness. Ever since the birds have sung their praise, for without the hoopoe and the robin, silence would have fallen forever. Well, that's obvious. Dressing grown in slippers. It's still snowing outside. Is the fence open? Is it closed? The Book of Birds. Oh yeah. No. Nothing behind me. Oh my god! No. Nothing. Mother! No. Cthulhu! No. Oh my god. Okay, the crested hoopoe. Okay, there's no crested hoopoe. That's bad. Without the hoopoe and the robin, the red feathered, black and grey feathers, black and white wings, black brown wings, bird with a pale brown breast, yellowish brown feathers, red feathers, okay. Look for Upupa. For Oompa Loompa, maybe. Oompa Loompa, Dupa Dee Dee. Da 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 da. Upupa Epos. Ah, okay. All the birds have suddenly stopped their chittering. Really? It sounds as if there's someone at the door. Maybe Cthulhu! Because the fucking bird stopped yelling. The door has been opened. Yeah, because it's... Maybe. That was my doorbell. No, there was nothing behind me. Anyone upstairs? Don't be spoopy. Oh no, the doctor! Oh god, Mr. White! The poor man. It looks as if his heart gave out on him. His eye, my God. They are fixed with an expression of utmost terror. Let me see, his fists are clenched. He's holding onto something. It's some kind of stone figurine. He's holding it tightly as if protecting it from someone. It doesn't look all white. The figurine is beautifully carved. Joined together the two pieces from intricately carved figure it is ancient without a doubt. What has happened to him? I have seen death before, but never has a body left me so ill at ease. I'm trembling. Yeah, just look at this single pixel here. That looks really disturbing compared to the rest. That's really... Whew. The window is open. A cold wind blows into the room. An old wardrobe. It's all because we shut those birds up. Okay. A cheerful scene I would have lifted my heart any other day. It stands in dark contrast and tragedy that's befallen this house. Eat the body. This is serious. I must break the news to Kaufman, and of course the local authorities will have to be informed. Kaufman! What is the matter? Kaufman! Do not worry, I've given him a mild sedative. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Armitage. Dr. Armitage! That rings a bell. I just can't put my hand on it. Armitage, Armitage, Armitage. Guys, help me here. Lovecraft, okay. Knew it. The innkeeper called me because he was worried about your friend. Pleased to meet you, Dr. Wakefield. What are Kaufman's symptoms? Strong coughing, general feebleness, dizziness. It is too soon yet for diagnosis. Ah, the shadow one for SNES. Yeah. Now it comes back to me. It could be a simple cold, but the sudden onset and severity of the symptoms is certainly a concern. He must be dominant for the next few hours at least. Do not worry, Dr. Wakefield. I will remain here to take care of your friend. Kaufman is asleep. He breathes heavily and looks very pale. Jake Armitage. Yeah. Kaufman's coat. I should respect Kaufman's privacy. No, I should not. Could it be something serious? It's too soon to know. Elevator see. Okay. So we have this idol now. Did I inform the authorities? I do not know. Frankly, I also do not care. The Dunwich Horror. Was this the story that I was reading, or was it something else? I think it was something else. Something else, okay. I was thinking about maybe also doing streams where I read Lovecraft stories, or Poe. I have Edgar Allan Poe here. Right, I was reading Edgar Allan Poe, not Lovecraft. No, I did read Lovecraft. I have the book of... I have a Poe book here, but Lovecraft on the internet. Yeah. Maybe me with just a scented candle here. Maybe that's something you guys would be interested. I don't know. But then again, the idea of reading for 4 hours is not really something I am looking too much forward to. A guy born as a goatman guy and summoning a great giant monstrosity. Okay. Sounds interesting. Yeah, just sing for an hour. And the good thing about Might and Magic, I don't have to read that much. I'm just going to scream for 6 hours or so. So that's something. Another game I was interested in playing was Legends of Emberland. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to play long games on my Sunday streams. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe nothing that's story heavy, which I think the Legends of Emberland is not. Yeah, I could play Ember Star. The original German version. No, I won't play the XCOM files. This is a Let's Play. It stays as a Let's Play. So, do I have something where I can put this freaking idol in? I'm kinda lost on what to do. I know something that's not story heavy. Yeah, Witcher 3. The guy is still laying there. Which Might Magic would you play? I would Let's Play them. I mean, since I'm only streaming for 4 hours per week, I don't know if I want to do something that's really too long. Because just imagine, like, oh yeah, the next 20 weeks I'm busy playing Might and Magic 1 or something. I don't know if this is something I would enjoy. Yeah, Five Nights at Shitties. Nah. I'm not touching one of these games again. No chance in hell. I mean, I did enjoy watching Markiplier play them, but Divinity Original Sin. Hasn't Richard Garriott been going to space for the past few years now? I do remember reading a lot about this. I have no idea what to do. It's bothering me. I don't know. Space is not really something that interests me. I mean, I barely leave my flat if I don't have to. I don't know. Yeah, my flat in space. Maybe I need to put these back in place or something, I don't know. But again, they were back in place. Let's go to the village and inspect the authorities before the corpse starts to smell. Yeah, but also horrible internet. That's the thing. And you're not alone in space. There are, oh god, the mere thought of being in the space station up there with, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people and oh god. Oh god. I wanted to go outside, yeah. Yeah, not if they have a machine. Yeah, people are always like, oh yeah, going this one-way trip to Mars sounds like a great idea and so on. And I'm like, I have to spend the rest of my life with the same people. No! If all of you go straight into space together, yeah, as long as I can stay on Earth, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Austin Marriott, yeah. Stuck with the space station with us. You all will get a promotion, that's for sure. Promotion out of the airlock. I would go Event Horizon on your asses, that's for sure. But since there are no authorities that I can reach... Oh god, even that is closed. It's closed. I don't know, this game had a pretty... Oh, there's stuff I can go to the left. Interesting. Augustine. I thought he was looking for his fucking ship and never found it. Apparently, walking along the beach is too much to ask. Why is that bell is from Augustine? My Augustine! Where on earth did you find it? I found it on the beach near the shipwreck. I thought I would never see it again. I will clean it and make it shine anew. Wickport Beach? Our beach? Why, I must go. I must go straight away. Oh, to be reunited with my poor Augustine. What will remain of her? No, no, I dare not go. Oh, but I must. Good day to you, sir. There's a lot of things I'm just doing out of random, in my opinion. Maybe this guy on the shore is now like, ah, there's the monster, and kills him. Or maybe this is all optional stuff. Oh god. Neither the cracks in your hull nor your flaking paint, none of it matters. You're beautiful as ever, Augustine. Today we will watch the sunset together. Good sir, I cannot put into words what a great service you have rendered this drunken knave. Just as you, a stranger, have brought me to my lost treasure, may this old sailor's spyglass, in whatever way it can, help light the way to yours. Take it, it is a gift from the heart. Okay. I guess I have to look through the telescope somewhere. What would I do with a telescope now? Yeah, moon logic. Can you inform someone that this guy's dead, so maybe before it starts smelling? I think that would be nice. Maybe if I put them all together, that they are hiding their faces again, something happens? after I opened it. It's the only thing I can think of at the moment. Because I have no fucking clue what to do with this. Oh, I do remember. Wait a second. I do know what we do with the spyglass, of course. I was just making fun of it. Yeah, you spy on someone. Spying on your mom? Why is someone... Oh, God damn it. Cell phone. Thank you. Boo! Here, would this help you watch the show? Why, it is old to be sure, but this telescope has been patched up to a rare beauty. You have my thanks, stranger, I'm indebted. Oh, what is that? On the cliff there, well below me. What if it isn't the White's old summer house? I thought it was entirely destroyed. It looks like you can get there using the old cliff path. Excuse me, did you say the White summer house? Oh, what a coincidence. Well, yes, I never saw it myself. I was too young at the time, but everyone around here knows the story well. It was a terrible tragedy, you see. One night there was a landslide just beneath the house. Most of the building fell sheer into the sea, leaving only yonder ruins. Many died through by a miracle. Young Master White was spared. You can see it from here. Look, right there on the other side of the beach. Do you see it? Okay. So, let's go to the cliff. Yay, progress! What the fuck? Vertiginous drop. I never heard that word before. I can see the waves crash relentlessly against the rocks below. Yeah, cliffhanger. Anti-water, but what is what? Not exposure to the sea air. The landscape shows the house it was before the landslide ruined it. There's a peculiar indentation in the stone. Well, it has triggered some secret mechanism. There's a passage behind the fireplace. It seems to lead into the cliff. Of course. This must be the entrance to the underground tunnel. I must go on. There's a note on the floor. Whatever you find down here, do not stop. Okay. I thought I should stop. Oh, boo, 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 boo. Extremely steep or high. Don't stop believing. I guess I have to remember the path. So I guess we went this way. It's a vicious substance. It could be some kind of fungus, or maybe decomposed remains of an animal. Oh, a pretty large animal here. Amazing mazes. Yeah. Suddenly there's something. There's a white pit in the middle of the chamber. Descends deep into the dark. I think I hear the sounds of the sea far below. Oh, jump down. Pussy. Ugh. Yeah, but Dagon. This part of the cave is blocked by a cave-in. Is this the part that leads to the house? Okay. Oh, come on! Speed up. I think I will finish this chapter, and the last 2 chapters I will do next week. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Because I'm getting fucking tired. Ooh. These are human remains. The flesh is gone, but the bones look undisturbed. How long have they lain here? Why on earth did Professor White alert the authorities? I must press on. What possible research could have led to this? Ugh. Nasty. The hole goes deep into the wall of the cave. Hi, Kalaka boy. How are you doing? And we see nasty holes here at the devil's anus. Done. Hello? I sell these awesome leather jackets. There's a strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. There's a grand piano placed in the middle of the room. It must smell like ass in here. The Academy Awards, okay. You are in a maze of rooms, all alike. You set up on illuminations. Why can I sometimes speed up and sometimes I can't? It's a little bit annoying. This boy. The gentleman, no. Well, that's the other side of the devil's asshole. I was starting the Amazon series The Terror a few days ago, well, a few weeks ago, but I only watched the first episode so far. I found a guy on YouTube who is solving like puzzle things. So kind of like this is a puzzle box and something like that. And I've been binge watching his videos the past few days. Ah! No. What is this place? Yeah. A strange machine. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. There's a note on the floor. Who was gone will be back, but not the same, but somehow changed. Because that which lurks behind the door waits, and no one that has crossed through can hope to escape its blessing. I must tell Kaufman about all of this. If you survive. These clothes are torn down to unrecognizable shreds. There's a tag in here with 2 initials, H.A. There's a large archway carved in the stone wall of the cave. I haven't finished Darkest Dungeon yet. I usually lose interest in the middle grinding part. What was that? Part of the wall seems to have dislodged from it, leaving behind a large dark hole. Good! That guy's fucked. The adventure continues in episode 3. Back to menu. Okay! Cliffhanger! So you fucks come in the next week, but you always do so. Yeah, that thing looked friendly. Maybe next thing they start off with just hanging around there, having fun. Who do we wait? There's not really someone. Let's wait Tonda. He's a nice guy. He usually also streams. Hello? Apparently doesn't like it when I just go back to the menu. Okay. So like I said, let's wait Tonda. He also streams usually retro games. He played Rift recently. He played something else that I was interested in recently. But yeah. Anyways, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.